Testing 1, 2, 3. We all good? Yep. Cheers. Sweet. Yeah, testing 1, 2, 3. Just doing an audio test for the Western Port Steelers versus Blackburn Vikings Saturday night Big V game. Audio test for Big V. 1, 2, 3. Testing. Testing the audio. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Testing. Testing audio. 1, 2, 3. Testing, 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 testing. Testing. Testing, testing. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. For Big V 2021 broadcast of Western Port versus Blackburn. Testing. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Testing, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. We all good yet? Haven't got back? Alright, too easy. Testing, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. What? Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. Yup. Testing, 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 testing. One, two, three. Testing. Testing, 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 testing. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing.
That way instead of that.
Testing 1, 2, 3. ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to round 16 Big V Saturday night basketball, where tonight we are given a clash between the Western Port Steelers and the Blackburn Vikings, a bottom of the table clash as such. Let's just talk about Western Port real quick. 2 wins, 10 losses, so not the greatest record as we know, but my goodness, was last week the best they've played all year. They sit 9th on the ladder. I've given them a bit of criticism, or I gave them a bit of criticism, pre-game about how they should consider moving down to Division 1 away from Championships men, but they defied my expectations for that game and gave me a pleasant surprise when they were able to beat Hume. So even during the game when they had a lead, I wasn't confident because they always had good starts and gain leads, but lose consistency in the second half and end up losing most games. But for the first time all year, they maintained the same level of play all game and had not only their best offensive game all year, but their best game all year in general. So if they could beat Blackburn comfortably tonight, I'd probably say maybe continue to give Championship men a shot. But for Blackburn, it has been nothing but a disaster season for the Vikings. Have just got the 1 win for the season, which they earned all the way back in round 2 against Hume, who I've just realised maybe like to lose to the bottom teams quite a bit. But anyways, yeah, I haven't been many bright spots for Blackburn. Just like what I said about Western Port before their win last week, maybe it's a good idea to go back down to Div 1 for the Vikings, take a little bit less of a challenge. Just isn't a lot of star power on the side at all, other than Bull Neop, who's given us flashes of stardom this season, but has failed to provide it week in, week out. So 30 seconds away from this contest. I am intrigued to see how this one will go. If you ask me who's going to win this one, from what I saw last week, I think you've got to go Western Port, especially with how Blackburn have been playing recently. Like we've mentioned many times before, this Western Port side can be dangerous. They've just got to find consistency and do it for 4 quarters every week. So, getting ready. The starting lineup for Blackburn: Bull Neop. I think that is Cameron Taylor, if I can see correctly. Sorry, it is Matt Crease. Nadia Otajay. Sorry, I'm having a bit of trouble pronouncing these names. Soloway. And then Neil Mueller as well. And for Western Port, we've got Daryl Coletto, Jack Gaze, Matt Theobald, Chris Taylor, and Matty Turner. So, Vikings will receive possession first. Oh, almost a 3 was taken immediately, but decided to go against that Otajay to Neop. It's been on and off this season. Oh, nice little spin on Matty Turner. Quick start by the Vikings. That was just Soloway on the post move there. Matty Turner kind of lost at his own game there. Usually he's the one doing those sort of things. Theobald found Coletto on the post. He was excellent last week in the win against Hume. And just puts up a shot. No good. The Soloway to move down the court. Almost lost control of the ball. Gives it a Crease. Over to Neop. Back over to Soloway. He goes for a little midi, and Soloway has had a beautiful start to this game. 4 points on the board, and Matty Turner hasn't been able to stop him so far, but I'm sure he will find his groove eventually on defense. Gaze, he's open for 3. There you go. Western Port start off with a 3. Jack Gaze, known as a sniper for Western Port, and good block by Turner. Oh, foul called. That was not the right call in my opinion. That was a clean block. Could see it all the way over here from the commentary bench, but nonetheless, Turner will pick up a foul as Neil Mueller goes to the line. So, hits his shot, Neil Mueller, for the first one. Can they make the second? Free throws haven't been Blackburn's strong point this season, and he won't. Oh, Turner nearly put into the opposition basket, those. Theobald starting tonight. Not saying you see every day. Usually comes off the bench, but nice to see him start. Valuable player. Gaze almost took another three. So under 5 seconds on the shot clock now. Corletto need to pull up a shot quick. Excellent defense by the Vikings. Chris Taylor's going to have to put up something. And shot clock violation by Westernport. It was some excellent defense we just witnessed from the Vikings. They've had an excellent start to this game as game's delayed a little bit as Nadia Otterjay was tying up his shoe. So here goes Crease. He's going to bring it up the court. Down over to Mueller. He hangs around the arc a bit. So does Jas Holloway. Neop, he wants to go to the rack. Oh, beautiful finishing touch. By far the fastest player on the court tonight. Provides some nice youth against this older Westernport side. Corletto won't go. Taylor on the offensive rebound though. Can Turner get his revenge? No, he can't. It was some good defense by Jas Holloway. Finds Neop in the corner. Gives it back off to Soloway. He's been active so far tonight. Spins. Beautiful pass. Nice find. Vikings been very impressive so far. It was a good pass by Soloway over to Mueller. And the Steelers just far too slow for this Viking offense, which is moving very quickly at the moment. Mueller. Little crossover. Wanted to drive in, but decided to go to Otterjay instead. And it was a missed shot. And now Westernport can go, let's just slow down a bit, lads. Got way too much momentum at the moment. Taylor. Turner. Corletto, he wanted to give it off to Turner in the post, and they eventually did, and he puts up his shot. 4 points so far for Matty Turner. That was the patience they've failed to have so far. Instead of looking for threes, just maybe go an open option down in the paint. Here's Jas Holloway again. He's loving the post-up move on Matty Turner. That time he took a little fadeaway mid-range. Was never going to fall. Corletto, superstar last week, 39 points. And he's had a bit of a cold start so far. Hasn't got a shot to sink yet. Mueller. Neop in the corner. And they call it travel. It's the Westernport announcers. Give a little troll. So substitution. Otterjay will come off. If I can find his man. It is Mark Berezdecki. Vikings giving me not an easy job on pronouncing the names tonight. Theobald, Turner, and another travel called. Matt Theobald moved his feet. Oh, no, sorry, not Matt Theobald. Matt Turner moved his feet before he started dribbling the basketball. Easy call there. Berezdecki, Neop. He's got such speed on him. Nearly turned it over though. Ball spilling around in the post. Might got an offensive 3 seconds violation, but instead, the jump ball go back in possession of the Steelers. So Theobald, so good at creating separation off his man with his speed and his dribbling skills as Corletto. He's fouled on the shot. Mueller disagrees, and wasn't too much in it, but definitely still contact. So easy call there for the ref. But as I was saying, Theobald can easily create separation using his dribbling or his skill set when handling the ball and his speed. And usually he's the fastest player in the court, but Even he is no match for Bull Neop. So Corletto, he just got his first point for the night. Gets sets, both shots of free throws in, so that would be 2 points for Corletto to start off. Definitely a slower start than last week where he had 39 points against Hume. Was such an impressive player, and no doubt that he will come into his zone as the game progresses. Neop. Little up and under hook shot. And here's Theobald, no look pass to Taylor. Oh, it was a beautiful pass. Good set of vision on the bounce pass. Chris Taylor just had to collect it and put up the shot and won. And if you're a Western Port fan, this is a bit more like it. It's now only a 2-point deficit. Can put the margin down to 2 here. So Chris Taylor. Was very clutch in the fourth quarter last week. Him and Corletto were a deadly duo down the stretch. As he misses his second free throw. Neop, oh, here he goes again. Sorry. Berezdecki, I should say, missed the shot from beyond the arc. Corletto, quick passing here by the Steelers. Corletto, sorry, that was Gaze that took the three, and nonetheless we'll forget, or we'll miss, sorry. And Mueller, quick couple passes by the Vikings. Ends up in a little mid-range. Corletto. Then a Taylor. Wanted to take the three. Definitely thought about. Theobald will take it instead. And another missed shot. So Western Port going from three-point land, not doing well. Neop turns it over. Theobald turns on the Jets. From coast to coast. Gets blocked by Soloway. Mueller was blocked by Taylor. Neop wanted to take a three, instead try to get the assist, but it was a missed shot by Crease anyway. And another three taken, and I really don't want to see this type of game tonight. Both sides continue to shoot threes. Maybe not on that occasion as Berezdecki, he puts up a nice two, but there have been so many three-pointers taken so far, and the efficiency is just not there. Not there at all. So, if I have a look at the stat sheet, yep, here it is. So, Western Port, 1 from 5, that's 20% from downtown. Blackburn, they're even worse, 0 from 3, 0%. I really don't want to see Western Port do what they've done so many other games before, where they've just chucked up three after three after three. I understand they were nice from downtown last week, but just because you've shot really well one game doesn't mean you can all of a sudden exclude all points inside the paint. So need to start slowing down a bit on offense. Even Corletto, he's great player, but completely wasted opportunity there. Came down the court from a missed Viking shot, and I think there was about 17 seconds on the shot clock, and he just pulled up for three. There was no need for that. Like I said, they were hitting their shots down last week, the Steelers, but I think what Coach Corletto needs to do better is use Matty Turner to their advantage. Put him down in the post. Don't shoot so many threes. So here's Pollard. Bevan Camilleri has entered onto the court as well. He had 17 on 50% shooting last week. Pollard won't go. Camilleri keeps it alive, and unfortunately tried to keep it in, but Blackburn were having none of it as they take possession now. So here's Matthew Scammell over to Soloway. He was pretty impressive at the start of the game. Maybe that wasn't the right time to say that as he passes it nowhere near his man and turns it over for Blackburn. So, been a bit of a sloppy game to start off with. Multiple turnovers and missed shots. Corletto, eyes darting, looking for options. Turner, a rare three. Nearly went through, but bounced off the rim and out. Neop, or Biop, I should say. No, Neop. Forgot his name for a sec there. Lost control, but nonetheless, Vikings another three. Come on, boys. We've got to start using the inside. Can't just be shooting threes after threes. Speak of the devil, Pollard. Another missed shot. I'd really like to see both sides use the inside here. Here's Berezdecki. Soloway. Three. Air ball. The three-point shooting so far has been absolutely putrid. 12.5%. I'm not sure if this is live at the moment. It could have updated by now, but from what I'm seeing, 12.5% from downtown for Western Port. Blackburn still an all-time low, 0%. Hood pump fake. Turner, Corletto. And Ted Hood, he's going to take a three. Can he make one? He can't. Turner. Probably should have posted up his man. Luckily, he got it back. He's going on Soloway. Hook shot. It was defended nice by Soloway. Messy basketball here. Mueller. Drive Soloway. Up and under. Finally. After about maybe a 2-minute drought, a team finally hits the scoreboard, that being Blackburn on a little layup by Soloway. Camilleri. There we go! It took, I think, about 9 minutes to score another three, but they finally hit one. Bevan Camilleri. And Berezdecki says we'll extend the margin a little bit more. He gets a little bit of a hook shot over his opponent. Corletto. Hood again. He wants to go for another three. And Corletto is called for an offensive foul. So back with Blackburn's possession. So that has certainly been the story of this first quarter. The putrid shooting from beyond the arc. Blackburn, they get a bit of an excuse because they've been shooting nice inside the paints, but Western Port, they've just been taking nothing but threes as Blackburn, not sure who was called for the foul there, but it was an offensive foul against the Vikings. So back with Western Port now, 50.9 seconds on the clock, as Bevan Camilleri has chosen to inbound the ball. So sloppy basketball to start off with. Turner, Camilleri, almost a backcourt. Camilleri was going to pull up for three, but realised he was going to get fouled and instead passed it off. Pollard. Turner. And Bevan Camilleri from NBA distance. Not a chance. Soloway. Oh, full court pass. It was beautiful. And Neop just had to catch it and put up the layup. So Blackburn, apart from their three-point shooting, have had a nice shooting night. And Camilleri, he's been the best player for Western Port so far. Only one consistently hitting shots. Maybe him and Turner. So Blackburn will get final possession here. Maybe not. Berezdecki misses offensive rebounds, and that'll be Otterjay. Sorry, it was Terrence Swain there that was fouled, and he'll go to the line. So Blackburn, only 61% from the free throw line this year. taking that into consideration from what they usually shoot from three, shooting efficiency certainly leaves a lot to be desired with this Vikings side, but maybe not tonight. 3-point range, they've been nothing but terrible, but certainly inside, they've been excellent. Corletto Hood will take the final shot. Oh, just will miss the buzzer beater there. So quarter time, Blackburn surprisingly are leading the Western Port Steelers 23-13. We've touched over it multiple times tonight, but the shooting performances from either team have just not been up to scratch. Just waiting for stats to update so I can tell you ladies and gentlemen the correct statistics. Here we go. So, Western Port from the field are shooting 22%, and then if you were talking specifically about threes, they're shooting a putrid 9%. They've already taken 11 shots this quarter. And Blackburn, they're doing maybe not worse because they've taken a lot less shots, but 0% from three, still not great. At least they're shooting 59% from the field though. Let's run over each team's scoring leader. Western Port, Bevan Camilleri, 4 points on 66% shooting. He has probably been their best player tonight so far. He's had a nice start to this game. And then on the other end, Soloway and Neop both have 6 apiece. Neop yet to miss a shot. So you just wonder if tonight's going to be one of those nights he drops about 25. From how he was playing in that first quarter and his efficiency, I can definitely see that happening. But unfortunately, you never know what you're going to get with Bull Neop. Some weeks he'll give you 26 points, and the next he'll only give you 10. So it'll be interesting to see how he carries out the rest of this game. And just moving on to Western Port, if I am Western Port, if I'm Coach Corletto, I should say, I need to start using Matty Turner more. Turner is often double teams when posting up on an opponent, so if Turner could then pass it out to a sniper in Camilleri or Gaze when he comes back on for three, this offense could become so much potent tonight and just in every other week. And that's not even taking into consideration that Turner could draw the foul as well, which he's so good at. Goes to the foul line almost more than anyone in Championship men. And that was got some airtime on that Swain, but the mid-range was no good. So here's Camilleri again. His confidence is boosting. And one, Bevan Camilleri. I say it almost every week. You cannot stress the importance of Bevan Camilleri and what he means to this team. He's just such an excellent player off the bench. Always efficiently scoring. I've commentated Western Port for maybe a good 5 months now, and I don't think he's had one bad shooting night thus far. So Neop in the corner. Can they finally hit from three? They can't. Offensive rebound. Neop's going to go for it again for three. Another miss. As Pollard gets the defensive rebounds, Neop nearly intercepted that. Camilleri goes to the rack again, and that's a violation. Rushed the shot a bit, hit the top of the backboard. As creases to take it up the court. Over to Neop. He was 100% shooting it the first break, but he's missed a couple shots now. Scammell. That's Zuklo. And here's Swain. And he misses the shot. Chris Taylor on the rebounds. Drives along the arc. Then decides to go to the basket. Camilleri shoots for three. Oh, in and out. That's unlucky for the 3 points master. And that's crease for 3. I couldn't see behind the referee. Missed shot though, and Blackburn still yet to get a 3-point shot. And Camilleri, I think we can now say that he's probably going to be the most important Steeler tonight. Nice 3. Ignored the closeout that Blackburn were giving him. Neop was driving, turns it over though. Ted Hood collects it, gives it to Camilleri. The star of the show tonight, Helbig, back to Camilleri. Oh, pulls up from mid-range. You can't stop this man right now, Blackburn. Bevan Camilleri. He has been nothing short of impressive so far, and Western Port were down by a little bit at quarter time, and now they're only down by 2. We look at Bevan Camilleri, 12 points, 62% shooting, and he's got a rebound for that as well, so he's been excellent tonight. Now it's just up to the other Steelers to provide some of the same level of play. But yeah, Blackburn just stalling a little bit on offense. Have yet to score since the first break. So it's been a while for the Vikings as the timeout's over. It's good to see Ted Hood getting some minutes once again. Past couple of weeks he's been starting to get played a lot more. Only 17 years old as well, so it's good to see him get opportunities with this older Western Port side. Almost every game, him and Corletto are constantly talking, so it's good to see that they have a good player-coach connection. So, referee and Zucolo having some discussions there, and Crease to take up the court. Ted Hood will guard him. Down over to Scammell. Oh, it was a nice bounce pass. Brilliant ball movement by the Vikings, but just needed to finish it off. Luckily, they got an offensive rebound. Swing past. Just, I cannot speak right now. I cannot pronounce this man's name, sorry. Soloway. There we go. Just needed to slow down a bit. It's getting my tongue tied. Luke Helbig for 3. Another one missed. So 2 from 14 from downtown for Western Port now. And off Western Port, went out of bounds, and Blackburn will regain possession. I apologise for my stuttering on Blackburn when they're on offense. These names are not the easiest to pronounce tonight. So Crease over to Scammell. And Crease will regain possession, and back over to Scammell. Only need 2 players on offense, the Vikings, and it's another missed shot. So Vikings need to start using the paint a bit more, and as a hold is called, I was quiet for a little bit there, just wanted to hear what happens. So Zucolo will pick up a hold. But yeah, I was talking about how Blackburn's 3-point shooting was a little bit better because they hadn't taken so many shots. But now that they're climbing up there, 9 3-pointers taken, haven't scored from there yet. Soloway turns it over, and here comes Bevan Camilleri. Oh, beautiful pass. That's the Chris Taylor. Bevan Camilleri has been absolutely incredible tonight. Neop, Soloway, Crease. Neop in the corner. Bit of a silly pass. Luckily, Helbig touched it last and it will go out of bounds. So inbound pass, Blackburn. Scammell, Crease. They've had a nice little duo so far in the second quarter. Neop still can't hit a three. 0 from 10 Blackburn are shooting. That is just putrid. Helbig, Hood thought about a three, instead went for the layup and he was far too small. Neop has more length and oh boy, here is a mismatch. Luckily Soloway passed it off. Neop, Crease. Just passing around in here, Blackburn not rushing in a three-point shot like they've done so many times. Neop, can they finally hit? Oh, it's about time. A quarter and a half later, the Vikings finally hit from downtown. Neop, his first three-pointer of the game. And Camilleri, desperate for a foul. Ref didn't see the contact in the paint. Crease, little floater. And momentum starting to swing back Blackburn's way. Pollard hasn't been able to find a three-point shot tonight, which is often successful in finding. Camilleri, primary option tonight. Mid-range and hit the inside of the rim and bounced out. Defensive rebound by Blackburn. No look pass from Soloway. Oh! Bit of Magic Johnson on Jar Soloway. And then all Zucolo had to do was hit the shot, and he was successful in doing that. Helbig, three. Wanted contact, thought Soloway hit him, and instead of Bevan Camilleri will pick it up. So major substitution here for Western Port. Corletto, Turner, Theobald and Gaze come on for Bevan Camilleri, Ted Hood, Matty Pollard and Luke Helbig. So big rotation there by Western Port. I did talk about at quarter time how I'd like to see Western Port do a little bit more inside, but I just haven't seen that so far. They've got a couple of points from inside shots, but that's about it. Since that Blackburn, oh, shut up. Here is a fast break, and oh boy, I wanted Otto J to slam it home there, but instead goes for the cool, calm, collected layup. But as I was mentioning, Blackburn took a timeout, and Western Port didn't score till then. Jack Gaze hits another three. I believe that's his second of the night. Neop in the corner. Interesting looking shots from Neil Mueller, but was still managed to hit it. So both teams hit a couple three-pointers now. Theobald sends Crease sliding. Chris Taylor, and one. Chris Taylor, his second three-point play of the night. And in a game where they're down by 7 points, every little point counts. So Chris Taylor will need to hit his free throw here. Western Port shoot a respectable 73% from the line this season. Chris Taylor further improves that percentage and hits it. Neop. He's had a pretty good night tonight so far. Crease. Mueller. Otter J, Soloway, Neop takes another three. He's certainly taken a couple of those tonight, and Corletto thought he might go the fast break there, but instead slows down a bit. Told Gaze to hurry up. Taylor goes to the rack again. No foul called. Wow. I thought there was all the contact in the world there, and Soloway did another no-look pass and turns the ball over as it goes out of bounds. Frustrated with himself and his coach. So Corletto swings it to Gaze. Turner, that is what we want to see, Western Ports. More inside plays. No more threes unless your name is Jack Gaze or Bevan Camilleri. Soloway, nowhere near it. Steelers can really gain all momentum here. Theobald, Gaze, another three. Yes, sir, Jack Gaze. You need a timeout, Blackburn. In the famous words of Chris Smooth. So now it is only a 1-point ball game. Western Port down by 1. Jack Gaze has been lights out ever since he entered back onto the court. So just waiting for live stats to update once again. Apologies, just site can be a little bit slow to load sometimes. So timeout coming to an end here. So I'm still trying to load the stats. And nothing has come up just yet, but I do believe that Jack Gaze is 3 from 4 from 3, 75% shooting from downtown. He's got 9 points of the night. And Bull Neop probably needs to start driving in more. Only 25% from 3. Shooting 50% as a whole. Neop swings it over to Crease. He's wide open for 3. And just rolled out as Turner. Looks a little bit ginger there. But turns out to be fine in the end. Corletto wanted to drive on Neop. Finds Taylor instead and bounces off the rim and softly falls inside of the net. So Soloway. Mueller. It was a nice closer by Theobald. And Neop. Oh, step back 3 in Gaze's face. That was impressive. Nice shot by Neop. That's his 12th point of the night. Corletto, double teamed. Turner wanted to find Chris Taylor on that cut again, but a foul happened before the shot. Oh, and Chris Taylor will be going to the line. So, he's visited the charity stripe a couple times tonight. I believe this is his 3rd time. Chris Taylor bounces out the inside of the rim. And he can hit his 2nd though. Minute 8 left on the clock in this first half. Crease pull up mid-range. No good. Western Port had to struggle for that offensive rebounds. Eventually got it. Corletto had a bit of a quiet night tonight in comparison to what he's done before. Caught his defender lacking, but wasn't rewarded with a shot. So Mueller, hook shot over Turner inside, floated over his head. Nice layup. Lead is now up to 3. 30 seconds left on the clock for Western Port. Taylor wide open for 3. Bounce off the rim and another missed 3 by Western Port. Mueller drives to the rack. That's a foul and 1 that will get the Vikings moving. The bench vocal about that. It's really what the Vikings needed going into half-time. Obviously, there's still quite a bit of time left on the clock. 17.3 seconds to be exact, but still nice to have that momentum as Mueller misses his Free throw. So maybe the last play of the half. Western Port can swing it back a bit. Gaze in the corner. He's just going to have to let it fly. Oh, Theobald nearly got off Soloway. Half-court shot. Oh, Soloway rushed back to go get his own rebound after the missed half-court shot, but was unsuccessful in doing so. So half-time here in the Steeler Dome. It has been an interesting shooting night from either side. A lot of three-pointers taken, a lot of three-pointers missed. So we'll have a short little 10-minute break here. It's half-time. The Blackburn Vikings lead the Western Port Steelers 42-37. So, just a little over a minute before we get back underway. Been a tight contest. Efficiency is definitely not at an all-time high on terms of shooting, but it has been at least a close game, and that's what we like to see. We don't like blowouts. So, for Western Port, Bevan Camilleri has been the best player, or in my opinion, the best player. 12 points, 45% shooting, 3 rebounds, an assist as well. Got a steal. And Chris Taylor's also in discussion for that as well. 10 points on 66% from the field. He's got 5 rebounds and assist as well. And then Blackburn on the other end. Bull Neop, he's having one of those better nights that he can have from time to time tonight. 12 points, 55% shooting, 7 rebounds and assists. So he's probably on his way to a double-double. And the highest scorer for Blackburn is actually Neil Mueller, who is 14 points on 85% from the field. He's probably been the one bright spot in terms of efficiency tonight. He's also got 3 rebounds and an assist. So I'm intrigued to see how this one plays out. I really want to see some more cuts from either side. Blackburn have done it well, but Western Port need to start using Chris Taylor a bit more. Cut towards the basket instead of shooting these threes so much. Even go to Corletto on a post-up. So turn up. Oh, block shot by Soloway. Lost control of it though, and Western Port will regain possession. And they'll be on an inbound. So Taylor on the inbound. And errant pass. Theobald was there in the corner, but I think he might have actually landed on the out-of-bounds line. I'm not sure. I cannot see over the scorer's table. Yeah, here's Berezdecki. Sorry, that was Mueller. But a Neop. Communicating to his players, wants them to come up a bit more. Soloway. Oh my God. Oh, that's just really unfortunate there. Soloway has been so good with his passes tonight. Just no look pass after no look pass. The bigger version of Magic Johnson, you might say. Corletto. Taylor swings it over. Down to Theobald. Need to get a shot off. He was looking to score a 3 off the backboard, but no good. Mueller, oh, nice little jab step. Throws it over. Eventually find Neop in the corner. Rebound, though, by Otajay. And Soloway, he has been very important for this Blackburn side tonight. He's on his way to a double-double as well. 8 points, 8 rebounds. He's even got 3 assists as well. Who knows, if he has a really nice passing night, he might be able to get a triple-double as Jack Gaze hits a court-to-court shot. Nice little swish there, so maybe he's even been arguably better than Bevan Camilleri tonight. Certainly got more minutes than him. And his stats aren't updating, as it seems. Still on 9 points. I thought he was on 15 right now, but maybe not. Neop, oh, what a save, just chucked it up. Gave a little prayer. Soloway, another no-look pass, and just rolls through. That was the shot by Otajay, and my goodness, Soloway has been so good with his vision tonight. Absolutely ridiculous. Taylor in the post. Turns around and hooks it over Soloway. Chris Taylor, he's had a very nice night tonight as well. Mueller. Soloway. Crease. Oh, here comes Neop. Pass over to Soloway. Another no-look pass. Otajay. Mueller wanted to take a 3 from the corner. Drives in instead and drew the contact. No foul, but still gets a 2-point. Lazy pass. Neop. Layup. Matty Turner, you've probably going to slow down a bit there. Just didn't think that one through. Theobald around the back. Sinks a mid-range over crease. We're getting really, really competitive now. This is turning into a nice little contest here in Somerville. Crease. Soloway. And now knee up, he can drive again. And Turner, it was good defense. Theobald. Cross the court over Corletto. Instructs Turner to come up the court. Turner, he takes another drive. With the one hand, falls through. Beautiful roll on Taylor's fingers tonight. He's been shooting significantly well from inside as Soloway. Once again over Turner, you can tell Matty Turner is a bit tired. He's got lots of minutes tonight. Gaze pops a three. And off the rim. An easy off defensive rebound for Blackburn. Crease. Otojay. Now Crease. Floats it over Turner, but maybe he was a bit too tall. Couldn't see the rim as the air balls on a layup. Corletto uses Turner on the screen. Theobald. Taylor, I should say, for three. And Neop collects a rebound. So Neop is definitely going to have a double-double tonight. Or you'd like to think so. Crease. Baseline jumper. No problems. And it's now nearly a double-digit lead for the Vikings. Looking for their second win of the season. It's been over 4 months since they've won a game, and Matty Turner picks up a foul. That's maybe a bit harsh to say they haven't won a game in 4 months. That is also including the 3 weeks or so we were in lockdown, but nonetheless, still haven't won a game since round 2, so it's now round 16. So 14 rounds ago, they haven't won a game. And Taylor, I'm not sure what he's mad about, but curses himself out. Inbound pass. Gaze, Camilleri, he enters back on the court. He's had a nice night tonight. Pressured well by the Vikings though. Theobald. And Turner rolls off the screen. And he'll pick up a foul. That was against Bull Neop. So Matty Turner goes to the line. Not the most efficient free throw shooter, but certainly goes there a lot. Maybe not tonight. It's only his first set of free throws. Usually he visits the line a lot more. Here's the one thing I don't understand. If you can see, I'm not sure how the camera's looking. I think it is only pointing down to this end of the court, but down on the other court, every single Steelers player is up there. Why would you not go up there for the offensive rebounds? They do it all the time, and I've never understood it. But nonetheless, like even Turner, he missed a shot there. Could have got an offensive rebound. But, oh well. Mueller missed a three. Gaze, Corletto wants to move from coast to coast. Was going to pull up for three, but decided against it. Camilleri will do it instead. And bang! Bevan Camilleri! No emotion on his face whatsoever. I'm sure he loved it though. Mueller. Trying to drive. Was knocked away though, and that was a nice little jumper by Zuccolo. So every time, the past couple of minutes I should say, every time Western Port have strikes, Vikings have got one back. Camilleri spins off his man, trying to find an open shot, and one! Bevan Camilleri, are you a madman? He has been so impressive tonight. I think it's safe to say he's been probably their best player tonight. 17 points on just about 50% shooting as Theobald will come off the court. Pollard enters back into the game. But Bevan Camilleri, you can now make that 18 points. Been vital, or he's going to be vital if Western Port are to win this game. So, Scammell. Eventually ends up with Neop. Back to Scammell in the corner. Then they find Mueller. Oh, and he hits a three in the corner. Bevan Camilleri was no match for him. He's had a nice night on offense, but that was never going to miss. Beautiful stroke by Mueller. Pollard. Gaze, he wants a three of his own, and he can certainly have it. Sometimes he can be on and off, but tonight, Jack Gaze, he has been excellent from three. Shot taken by Blackburn. Oh, another three taken. And what's happened here? A technical foul. Not technical. Who was it against? I'm not entirely sure. I think it might have been against Corletto. I'm not sure, but Corletto doesn't usually lose his cool. Gaze. Oh, almost got another three. Oh, Turner. Oh, you've got to make that, mate. In this game, crucial, where every point matters, as we've seen right there, Zucolo. You cannot miss easy shots like that. Corletto, Gaze. Oh, Blackburn. You can hear all the voices screaming. Scammell rolls through. The Vikings, they're up and about as Western Port need a timeout. In a game that was fairly close, all of a sudden, they've taken an 11-point lead, Blackburn. Boy, oh boy, wowee, as the great man Brian Taylor would say. Western Port, I believe it was Daryl Corletto, picked up a technical foul. I heard the referee say number 29, but there is no number 29 on Western Port, so that's not possible. My ears are playing up. But considering Corletto was arguing with the ref even after the technical foul was given, I've got to assume it was him. But if you're Corletto, you got to be frustrated tonight. He's only got the 2 points on 0% from the fields. His 2 points were from free throws. So hasn't made a shot from anywhere other than on the line. Very uncharacteristic. Last week he nearly dropped 40. So shame that he hasn't been able to provide the same output this week. But in his absence, Bevan Camilleri has stepped up. 18 points, 53% from the field. If you round it, it's basically 54. He's had an excellent night. Taylor, Corletto, Gaze, Camilleri wants another three. Oh, he's banged it! Neop couldn't get it, and now he wants his revenge. Bounces off his foot though, and ooh, tough call. I thought it might have been off Neop's foot, but a stealer must have touched it last. But Neop and Camilleri, it's been an intriguing matchup tonight. They've hit a couple shots in the face of each other. A couple minutes ago, Neop hit a three in Camilleri's face. Camilleri did the exact same thing on the previous possession. Missed shot, Gaze offensive rebounds. And Pollard to take it up the court. Down over to Gaze. Bevan Camilleri floating on the elbow. Taylor, Pollard, he's usually good from three, and he can make that one as well. Matt Pollard, that's his first shot of the game. Or his first points of the game, I should say. But here's Neop. Mueller. And Neop gets it back. Bounce pass. And Gaze just found himself behind Scammell as he jumps up for a little two-pointer. Camilleri has been an absolute star of the game tonight. All the way. Picks up a foul. Be an inbound on the baseline as Neop picks up a foul. So that's his third. Bull Neop. Got to be careful as Gaze comes off for Luke Helbig. Gaze has been pretty good tonight. 15 points, 50% from the field, 5 from 9 from 3. Been a sharpshooter tonight, as he often is. Here's Pollard. Helbig for 3. He's taken a couple tonight. Still can't manage to hit it. Mueller, leading scorer for the Vikings. Shot won't go. Camilleri to bring it up the court. Him versus Neop. It's been a nice 1v1. Almost turned it over. Helbig. Taylor. Pollard, he'll go for another 3. And Neop, it was nice defense. Helbig, almost lost possession there. Westernport missed a shot, but luckily he hustled for the offensive rebounds. Camilleri doesn't have much time on the shot clock. And one again. We've seen so much contact drawn again. Bevan Camilleri has been a hero for the Steelers tonight. Reduces the lead to 3 points for Blackburn. And if Bevan Camilleri can hit this shot, it will then be a 2-point game. 23 points, 60% shooting. 4 rebounds, an assist and a steal as well. He has been superb tonight. He's probably going to be eyeing off 30. The way he's going at the moment, he's only 6 points away from it. Crease. Soloway hasn't played much in this third quarter, but he was nice in the first half. And that was an interesting choice of pass by Berezdecki. Almost looked like he was trying to go up for an alley-oop, but Soloway was never going to catch it. Instead, it'll be a turnover, and Westernport will run the ball up the court once again. Pollard. You've got 12 seconds left. I think you need to give it to Mr. Clutch, Camilleri. Corletto decides to go Taylor instead as well. Taylor hits a 3-pointer. Crease, can he get a last-second shot off? No, he can't. It was good defense by Corletto. Chris Taylor gets the lead for Westernport going into this final term. They now lead by 1. It was an excellent 3-point shot with almost no time left on the clock. Chris Taylor, we know he's a very clutch individual. Last week, him and Corletto down the stretch in the fourth quarter, they were a lethal duo. And then this week, proving that he's a very valuable player in this side again. Let's have a look at Westernport. We've talked about him all night. Bevan Camilleri, 24 points in a mere 14 minutes. Can you fathom that? That is ridiculous. Scoring machine. Also shooting 60% from the field, 50% from downtown. He's got 4 rebounds, an assist and a steal to go with it. Jack Gay's also been impressive for the Steelers. 15 points, 50% shooting, 3 rebounds and 2 assists. And then another name we brought up just before, Chris Taylor. He's got 17 points on a high percentage. That's 70%. He has just been cutting and finding open shots in the paint all night. 6 rebounds and another 2 assists to go with it. Let's have a look at Blackburn going into this final term. Neil Mueller, 16 points, 63% from the field. 4 rebounds and 3 assists to go with it. Bull Neop has been nice as well. 14 points, 9 rebounds and 4 assists and a steal. So he's almost destined to get a double-double tonight, Bull Neop. And then also another player I forgot to mention, Jar Soloway, 10 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists and a steal. He'll probably be getting a double-double tonight. He has been excellent when passing the basketball. No-look pass after no-look pass. I liked how he's played tonight as the talented passing big man. So entering this final term, I am looking forward to how the rest of this game goes. That third quarter was by far the best out of the 3 we've had so far. The shooting was nice. We didn't get an absolute abundance of 3-point shots. It was nice basketball, organised, and I want to see that in this fourth quarter.
and I want to see a nice close game. No one, please don't stretch the lead out. Trust me, as a commentator, blowouts are no fun to commentate. Soloway dancing away to, I think it was Venga Boys on the speakers. To Scammell. Soloway, oh, tip pass by Corletto. Had a couple nice defensive possessions tonight. Taylor, Helbig, probably could have shot a 3 then, but he's missed a few tonight, so it was possibly the right decision. Camilleri, the star guard. Oh, nice crossover on crease. You cannot guard him, but unfortunately just rolled off the rim and out. Foul called though. So Corletto on the inbound. Got to find Camilleri an open shot here. And they do. Fadeaway 3. Oh, I would have got very excited if that went through. Bounced off the inside of the rim a couple times before eventually flying out. Scammell. He's got some quick feet on him. Floater over Helbig. And no good. So Taylor finds Corletto. And Corletto finds Taylor in another cut. Lost possession of the ball, but was lucky to get that foul. Chris Taylor, who's been so impressive tonight on his cutting ability. One of the major reasons Western Port are in this game and that they have the lead. So, not sure who just picked up their 4th foul. I think it might have been Matthew Crease. I'm not entirely sure. Taylor missed the hook shot, and here goes Crease, and that's... What's the call here? It's a foul on Camilleri. Thought that out of bounds could have been a possible call there, but the officials say no. Soloway, I wouldn't mind him having inbound for my team. Excellent passer. Crease. Oh, and that's a tough call. I reckon you've got to let that play. That was a very soft foul on Camilleri. Unfortunate to pick that up. So Crease floats around the arc for a bit and gives it off to Zuccolo. He's been pretty handy tonight. Crease, oh, I thought that was going to sink right through, but went onto the other side of the backboard and missed. Oh, Crease redeems himself though. Referee got out of the way. Nice pass. Bang. 2 points, Matthew Scammell. It was a good pass by Crease. Corletto. Helbig. Camilleri floats off to the side a little bit and misses the shot. Unfortunate. Crease swings it over to the corner. Zuccolo! Very vocal about that 3. Now a 5-point lead to Blackburn. Helbig takes another 3. He's missed a fair few tonight, and another one. Full court pass. Out of bounds. Western Port ball. And, oh, Camilleri coming off. I know he hasn't shot too well to start off this quarter, but the way he's been playing, I'm not sure if that's the right call. Luckily, Gaze comes on for him, who's also been very nice from 3. 55% from 3-point lands. Turner also came onto the court as well for Luke Helbig after he struggled from 3. So Turner, Corletto. He's been very quiet tonight. Turner. Yes, there was a nice layup. Was a bit scared that Otto J was going to block it, but he did no such thing. Zuccolo, Scammell. Then they find Otto J in the post, and one. Matty Turner disagrees, but It was, sorry, that was actually Terrence Swain, not Otter J. Used the feet there perfectly. And he can now extend the lead out to 5 points. As I've mentioned tonight, though, Blackburn not great when it comes to free throw shooting, as we've seen there. So my apologies for calling Swain Otter J, as Jack Gaze nearly lost the ball there. Corletto, I think, got hit in the face. A bit of a falcon. Chris Taylor gets a lot of contact as he drives to the basket, and he'll take another set of free throws. He's got a few of them tonight. Looking for his 18th and 19th point. Or points, I should say. So Pollard comes off for Theobald. They decide they want that extra speed. So, free throw. Oh, missed by Chris Taylor. That is costly. Just under 7 minutes left. You're gonna hope that that free throw doesn't come back to bite you. Crease. Gives it over to Scammell. Soloway. Zucolo. Swings it back to the other side and back up where they started. Oh, it was a nice floater by Scammell. He's given a couple of those tonight. It's been a handy player for a couple points. Gaze thought about taking the three, doesn't take it, and Chris Taylor picks up another foul. Looks very, very ginger though. Hobbles off the court. Gritting the teeth. Doesn't look like he's having a lot of fun at the moment. Hopefully he's all right. Western Port are going to need him and his cutting ability inside the paint. So here's Chris Taylor. Matty Turner, Theobald, Gaze. A three-pointer would certainly be helpful. Corletto, will he take it? Oh, fading away to the side. I'm not sure if that's the right shot choice, to be honest. Soloway, Scammell, he's been huge in this last quarter, and that proves exactly why Matthew Scammell over the top of Turner. I'm sorry to say it, but he's just been not good enough on defense tonight, Matty Turner. Just looked exhausted since the start of the game. Theobald almost lost the ball there. Corletto. Turner. Got to find it to Gaze or Corletto. I know he's missed a couple shots tonight, but he is clutch. Theobald. Oh! If you're a Western Port fan, you're thankful for that. Matt Theobald just manages to get a two-pointer there. Soloway got the mismatch, and that is not Soloway's fault there. The pass worked beautifully. Did another no-looker, but Swain just was not ready for it whatsoever. And now Western Port can make him pay. Three-pointer would be helpful here. Reduce the margin down to 2, but any points help. Turner. Taylor. Been impressive on the inside. Oh, he uses his feet beautifully. And just falls away from Swain. Hits a nice shot. Crease. Soloway. Oh, he's faked another pass. And that might have been a violation there, but refs let the play continue. Corletto. Luckily didn't hit the shot. A foul was called. So that puts Western Port in the bonus now. Vikings went over the limit, and with 4 minutes, or just under 5 minutes, that is going to be costly. Because now, if they draw fouls, Western Port could maybe win this game off free throws. I mentioned before they shoot 73% from the line, so they're definitely not a bad free throw shooting team. And Blackburn collect the offensive rebound, needed to make that shot. Turner. Neop. Scammell uses the screen set by Swain. Another floater. This time it won't fall though. So 2 points. We've got a contest on our hands here, ladies and gentlemen. Turner drives through. That might be a charge, and it is. He knows it. Clearly disappointed, but wasn't much he could do there. As timeout is called. So Western Port down by 2 now. It's been back and forth all game. Blackburn have been leading majority of the time though. Be interesting to see how this one goes. The momentum doesn't really sit with either side. So, yeah, I honestly cannot tell you who's going to win this one. For a bottom of the table clash, it's been very entertaining. This Western Port defense hasn't been terrific tonight. Blackburn, not the greatest offense in the league. I think about 2 weeks ago they only scored, I think it was 48 points in a game, which is not great. They usually average 69 as a team, and they've been able to surpass that well before the end of the fourth quarter. And Western Port, they score 77 a game, so they sit on 76 right now, so they've had a decent offensive night. So, play is set to resume. Soloway and Neop, and even Crease, are going to be very important down the stretch. Soloway for his no-look passes, Neop for his quick feet, and Crease not on the court. I thought he was. Offensive foul against Blackburn. I thought Crease was on the court, but my mistake. It was actually Scammell. But even Scammell has been impressive tonight. He's been able to hit multiple floaters over the top of Turner. He sits in this game with 10 points on 55% shooting. And Soloway comes off. I'm not sure why. Maybe they're just preserving him a bit down the stretch. So, Berezdecki will come on for him. Taylor, Gaze in the corner. That's a tough shot. Floats right over the basket, over the rainbow. So Mueller. Blackburn, almost every player touched the ball then. Sway. Oh, they're going to find an open shot. Matthew Scammell has been huge in this fourth quarter. Point number 13. He's been hitting so many clutch shots tonight. They've just not been able to defend him. Western Port. Theobald Gaze, can he hit a three of his own? Yes, he can! Dunny roll off the rim. Boy, I'm getting excited now. Swain over to Mueller. And here's Neop. Swings it over in the corner to the impressive Scammell. He's been clutch. Swain, excellent defense by here on Western Port. They can't find an open shot. Only just got it before the shot clock hit 0. But defensive rebound by the Steelers. Chris Taylor. Been beautiful in the paints. Oh, and that's just not like him whatsoever, but I believe he is going with an injury right now. Neop probably could have taken that. Scammell for 3 instead. He's been so good in this fourth quarter. I cannot express how important he's been down the stretch. And 2 minutes 39 on the clock. They've got to move now. Western Port. Theobald rolls off the rim. Floater over his opponents. Neop through the legs finds Scammell. Their most important player tonight off the bench as Mueller picks up a foul. against Daryl Coletto, who's just not been himself tonight. Sits with the 2 points. 0% from the field. So, Steelers over the penalty as well now. Vikings in the bonus. If they want to close this out, they might want to start hitting some free throws. Haven't had the greatest night from the line. Only shooting 50% before that shot. So Mueller, can he extend it out to 6? Oh, in and out. I understand it's 9th versus 10th, but even if Blackburn wins tonight, I'd still consider that an upset. Oh, Camilleri. Oh, Camilleri! Look at Pollard! And Neop gives over to Swain. That's a 3-pointer, no good. Oh, Turner nearly lost the rebound, but Bevan Camilleri, my goodness, has he been so good tonight. It's only 2 points now, 1:48. Gaze, he's been impressive from 3! Swish Jack Gaze, get out of here, man! You're kidding! From the depths of hell, Western Port now have the lead. 1 point. Jack Gaze, how clutch are you, man? So Camilleri 3 and then a Jack Gaze 3, and all of a sudden Western Port now take the lead. How will Blackburn respond to this? 1:44 on the clock. I am enjoying this game lots. Hopefully my live stats have updated, and they certainly have. So Jack Gaze now sits with 20 points on 53% shooting, 6 from 11 from 3. And Bevan Camilleri, the man that hit the first 3-pointer in those two possessions, 27 on 52% shooting. Him and Gaze have been their best players tonight, possibly Chris Taylor as well. But you should have seen Pollard on that Camilleri 3. He was going wild. He was moving mad. My goodness. So Jack Gaze and Camilleri, incredibly clutch. Let's see how Blackburn responds. Haven't scored in a while, I think. I think their last made shot was maybe that Scammell 3. Not sure what's happening though. Soloway was doing something. And here's Scammell. We were just talking about him before. In the corner, Mueller. They want to find an inside shot. That's what it seems like. Swain. Oh, rebound Blackburn. Soloway. Western Port ball. It was nice defense inside the post. I believe that was a shot clock violation. And that's correct, shot clock violation. My beliefs were confirmed. So Simon Hickey, assistant coach for Western Port, just instructing Jack Gaze to get in the right position. And Coletto struggled to find someone there for a little bit, but eventually found Camilleri. And Coletto, I know he's the star of the team, but tonight I just don't think he should be shooting on the last couple of possessions. He hasn't been able to make any shot tonight. Camilleri in Neop's face. Oh, I would have gone wild if that went through. Neop, he's so quick. Offensive rebounds. Oh, Soloway, rare 3. And Chris Taylor, I thought he was pushed in the back there, and that's why he tipped it out of bounds, but officials don't say anything. So 1 minute and a second on the clock. Western Port lead by a point. Pass floats over Gaze's head to Neop. loses control. There's a fight for the basketball. Soloway, try to do another no-look pass. Worked against his favour, Bevan Camilleri. He fakes him out, and that's through! Beautiful layup, Bevan Camilleri. Missed the clutch. You don't know. My goodness. Bevan Camilleri has been nothing but impressive tonight. 29 points. Failed pass. Soloway, you've got to get to that. Corletto collects it instead. He slips over. And there's a hold. Helbig and Pollard very vocal off the bench. So now 3 points they lead by Western Port. It was honestly, I understand it was a close game, but with the amount of time Blackburn had been leading for, it was their game to lose. And now Corletto heads to the free throw line. I believe this is for his first point since the first quarter. Daryl Corletto, if he hits these, it's might not be done, but it's certainly going to be hard for Blackburn to get a win. So this is to push out to 5 points. That's what happens. And it's unsportsmanlike, of course, so Western Port do regain possession. They now lead by 5. Which makes it increasingly hard for Blackburn to get it back. Camilleri fakes the 3, passes over to Taylor. Someone finish it. They need a dagger here, Western Port. They can smell the blood in the water. Corletto chucks up a shot. Nowhere near it. So Blackburn decide to talk things over. 17.3 on the clock. They're down by 5. It is going to be certainly a tall task if they want to win this game. But it's not entirely impossible. So we'll see how we go here. They're going to have to score a 3. There's no doubt about that. They cannot shoot 3 twos in a row. Unless we see what we saw last week at the end of the Western Port Hume game, where Western Port turned it over like nearly about 3 times. So, yeah, not likely to happen, but we'll see what happens. So Blackburn still discussing things. Western Port, they're done out of their timeout. So Western Port, they can hold on. This will be their 2nd in the row. What this means for Blackburn is that they can get their 2nd win of the season. Get a bit more credit to Soloway. He's going to have to find an option quick here. Scammell has probably been the player of the 4th quarter for the Vikings. Soloway turns it over. That's unlucky. He's had a really good passing night tonight and turns it over there and does nothing but seals it for Western Port. With only 7.8 on the clock and they're up by 5. Corletto will head to the line as well as they were in the bonus. So all Corletto needs to do is probably even hit. I don't think he needs to hit any of these shots personally. I think it's in the bag, but there you go. It's definitely over now. Western Port against all odds tonight. They were down for a majority of the game, but they certainly didn't have the best night as in terms of shooting. I mean, 41%, not too bad, but Neop tipped Corletto's. Oh God, I think Neop decided to pass it. Corletto tipped the pass, and then the referee caught it. And after a bit of mess, Gaze will get final possession. And that's all she wrote. A comeback win for the Western Port Steelers. I believe at one point they were down by 11 points and still managed to come back and get their 2nd consecutive win. That was really unfortunate for Blackburn. They led most of the game. They had some nice performances, but just coming down the stretch, they They couldn't hold on. So let's have a look at some of the stats. Bevan Camilleri hit an incredibly clutch three. I believe he was definitely the Steeler of the night. 29 points, 52% shooting. Got 5 rebounds, an assist and a steal. Next best for me was Jack Gaze, 20 points. 54% from downtown, by the way. Got 4 rebounds and 2 assists. And then the third best was Chris Taylor. Slowed down a bit in the fourth quarter as he suffered an injury and really didn't have the same potency inside. But nonetheless, he had 20 points on 61% shooting. Also had 8 rebounds on 2 assists, so nearly got it to a double-double. And on the losing side, Blackburn, they really just didn't have enough scoring in that final quarter, but Neil Mueller, he finished off with 17 points, 5 rebounds and 3 assists. The next was Matthew Scammell coming off the bench. He provided as a very clutch option in the fourth quarter. Despite the loss, he had 16 points on 63% shooting, had a rebound, 3 assists and a steal as well. And then Bull Neop, he had a decent second and third quarter, but the very start and the final quarter, he just wasn't there when the Vikings needed him. 14 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists and a steal, so got his double-double. So impressive stats, but perhaps could have hit a bit more on the scoring end. So, thank you for watching this stream of the Western Port Steelers versus the Blackburn Vikings. The Western Port Steelers would like to thank major sponsors: Core 24, Berettas, Eramosa Physiotherapy. I don't actually have the sponsors with me right now, so I cannot name all of them. I apologise for that. Come back next month for the final game, the final home game of the season, when the mighty Western Port Steelers face off against the McKinnon Cougars right here in the Somerville Recreation Centre. If you would like to hear me commentate more, watch the Frankston Blues play at home in the NBL 1 competition. They actually play tomorrow, women's and men's. Make sure to swing past there and have a listen to my commentary. Or you could even swing past Bazza in the Box on YouTube and watch a couple of my AFL commentary streams that I've done. Anywho, that's all from me. Once again, thank you very much for watching this live stream of Saturday night Big V basketball. It was the Western Port Steelers defeating the Blackburn Vikings 92-85.